Apple's $599 iPhone 16e and $799 iPhone 16 have much in common, but are still two very different phones. Here's everything to consider. The iPhone 16e, Apple's new affordable phone, is now available in stores. The phone is made up of parts from previous iPhone models, and its $599 starting price makes it the most affordable Apple phone you can buy out before discounts, but it's still far from cheap. The iPhone 16e also has many of the same features as the iPhone 16, but at a starting price that's $200 lower. Inevitably, there are some features you will sacrifice if you go with the 16e, but it's powered by the same A18 chip as the $799 iPhone 16. It also comes with iOS 18 and Apple Intelligence. Here's how the iPhone 16e compares to the baseline iPhone 16, from battery life to cameras to AI and everything in between. The iPhone 16e and iPhone 16 both have a 6.1-inch OLED display with a 60Hz refresh rate. The 16e has a peak brightness of 1,200 nits, while the 16 reaches 2,000 nits. A ceramic shield front and glass back are featured on each phone. The devices have an aluminum design and are about as heavy as each other, with the iPhone 16e weighing in at 167 grams and the iPhone 16 at 170 grams. Both phones also have an action button, but only the iPhone 16 has a camera control button. The dynamic island feature is also limited to the pricier model. The devices each have an IP68 rating for dust and water resistance. Apple drops the home button on its new budget phone in favor of Face ID, just like the iPhone 16. Both devices also have a USB-C port, and neither has a headphone jack. The iPhone 16e comes in black and white, while the iPhone 16 comes in black, white, pink, teal, and ultramarine. Both the iPhone 16e and 16 come in 128GB, 256GB, and 512GB options. Apple boasts that the 16e can get up to 26 hours of video playback and 21 hours of streamed video playback, while the 16 will last for up to 22 hours of video playback and 18 hours of streamed video playback. One of the reasons behind the cheaper iPhone's longer battery life is because it runs on Apple's very first 5G modem called C1. The company says its C1 modem is the most power-efficient modem ever in an iPhone, and as a result helps increase the phone's battery life. They each support 20-watt wired charging. The iPhone 16e supports 7.5-watt QE wireless charging, while the iPhone 16 is capable of 15-watt QE2 charging, as well as MagSafe wireless charging up to 25-watt with a 30-watt adapter or higher. You'll find a 48-megapixel wide camera on both the iPhone 16e and iPhone 16, as well as a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the 16. To make up for its lower camera count, the 16e uses sensor cropping to get a 2x magnification for better zoomed-in shots, as does the iPhone 16. Both phones have a 12-megapixel front-facing camera. You can shoot 4,000 video at 60 frames per second on each device. On the iPhone 16, you can shoot 1080p spatial video, but only at 30 frames per second. One of the biggest upgrades to Apple's lower-priced iPhone is the inclusion of Apple Intelligence, which was previously confined to iPhone 15 Pro models and the iPhone 16 lineup. Now you can spend less and still get access to features like a smarter Siri, writing tools, and the cleanup tool in Photos. This move signals Apple's eagerness to get its AI suite into more people's hands and indicates that AI is now a core component of any iPhone, from the cheapest option to the most premium.